Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video. It's a very rainy day today and I've come out to check out this nice little church that's behind me. Another medieval church. An amazing little graveyard. Never been here before. And I thought I'd just talk about something whilst I'm here. Now, a lot of people say that your life peaks in your 20s. And you're supposed to have everything figured out. You're supposed to have the dream job, the money, the dream relationship, own your own house, and basically have everything you're supposed to have. The truth is, it's a load of rubbish. I believe your life really begins in your 30s. So in your 20s, you're kind of in this strange survival mode where you're looking at every other person around you and you're trying to compare yourself, and you're overstimulated. You're watching everybody else's highlight reels of their amazing, incredible, figured out lives, and you start to get yourself down. I've done it myself, where you think, how have they got this all figured out? How have they got this perfect relationship? How have they got their own house at early 20s? How are they in this amazing place, and why are they so happy? The truth is, a lot of the times they're not, and they're struggling in the same ways that you're struggling. But a lot of people, and I've actually been one of those people in the past, that go on camera, post about things happening and make out that their lives are incredible, amazing, that they have everything figured out, and the truth is they don't. And I've done this before, where I've been on camera a lot and I've basically showed myself as this really bubbly, really happy person, and the truth is I've been really down during some of those videos, and I just don't like to put it out there and show that side of me. And then I decided one day that, you know what, I'm sick of pretending, so I'm going to just show the real me. I'm going to talk about real things and just let out my true feelings on camera. And that was a day that happened very recently, and some of you have probably watched that video, and I feel so much better in myself that I was able to speak about that and let it out. And since doing so, I've had some absolutely incredible messages of people from you guys that are watching this in the comments that have really helped me and shown me that it's not just me that has these feelings, it's not just me that has these bad days. Everybody else is in the same place, in the same situation, with the same struggles. And I just want to say thank you firstly to all of those people that's commented on the last video. Honestly, it means so much. The support that you've shown me, the comments of I just want to say thank you, because I really do appreciate every one of you. But I'm getting a bit sidetracked here. So yeah, as I said, your early 20s, this strange survival mode where you're trying to get everything figured out, because everybody tells you by the time you're 25, you need this, you need that, you should be in this place, you should have all this figured out. And you start to think, why is my life so rubbish? And it isn't, because life begins when you're in your 30s. Something happens to you when you're 30, and it's not this strange spiritual enlightenment. It's kind of, one day you wake up and you think, you know what, I'm sick of all the bullshit, I'm sick of pretending, I'm sick of trying to impress other people. And something clicks where it's like, I'm going to choose myself now, and I'm not going to try and pretend to be someone that I'm not, just to impress certain people, whether that be people online, friendship groups, or just anyone around you. You start choosing yourself. You know, it's like you start saying no to people without having to give a reason. You stop chasing validation from people around you. You stop caring about what others think. You know, I went through a time in my life where I thought, and I think this was in my late 20s actually, where you think like, I need to buy expensive clothes, I need to wear expensive clothes because other people are wearing these nice clothes and they seem to have everything figured out. So then you start dressing yourself and buying certain things just to fit in with certain people. And then by doing that, you lose the uniqueness of yourself. Is that a word? Uniqueness? I don't know, but it sounds good. Anyway, yeah, you're not unique anymore. You're just one of the many followers out there that has completely lost themselves. And as I said, I went through that. I experienced that. I bought expensive things, expensive clothes, expensive accessories, just to feel like I was part of something. And then I came to the realization that I've really lost myself here. I'm no longer unique. I'm doing all this just to fit in, just for validation, just to be accepted. And why am I doing that? You know? And then I stripped everything back. I got rid of everything. I sold everything. And I went back to just being me. Just wearing what I want to wear, acting the way I want to act, doing the things I want to do. And yeah, I said in a previous video that my friendship group is almost non-existent. And there's probably a reason for that, because many times in my life I've had a lot of fake people around me. A lot of fake friends. A lot of people who I believed were friends, but weren't friends, and were with me to get something out of me. And I was used a lot by people. And I came to the realization that I'm not going to have these people around me just because they're around me. And yeah, I severed the cord with certain people who were honestly just taking the piss out of me. And you'll find in your life that certain friends that you believe are close friends aren't close friends, and they want something from you, whether that be, I don't know, you helping them to grow, you helping them be a better person, or do they want you as this kind of accessory themselves, this follower to follow them around and be like them and do things like them. And it comes to a point where it's like, right, I've had enough of this now. I'm sick of it. I just want to be me. And I don't want to do things just to fit in. We're all unique in our own way. Think of how many people there are in the world, but there's only one you. You are extremely unique in your own way. You will have your own unique self. And it's about forgetting what others think and choosing you. In your 20s, confidence is extremely loud. But then when you reach your 30s, everything else is very quiet. You enter rooms differently. You socialize with people differently. You no longer want attention anymore. You no longer need attention. You're not begging for attention off people. You're not waiting for other people's permission to do things. You trust your own decisions more. And you start to take more risks in life because you've already experienced failure. Possibly many times by this point, where you know you're going to be able to overcome certain situations now that you wouldn't have originally, your younger self wouldn't have been able to overcome and would have struggled. But now you're a lot wiser. The confidence in your 30s is kind of like, you know what, I've seen a lot of shit in my life. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. But now I think it's time to build upon that. You know, before 30, everything seems like a checklist that somebody else has wrote for you and given to you, that you must now check off by the time you're 25. You must own your own house. You must be married. You must have the perfect career. You must have loads of money. You must be settled in life. That's not right. After 30, success is completely different to what you would usually view success as in your 20s. You know, success could be finally coming to terms with leaving a job that's drained the complete life out of you for so long and getting that confidence to say, you know what, I'm better than this, I can do better than this, and I need better than this in my life. Success is basically choosing yourself for once and not others. You're no longer in a race with other people to get to a certain place by a certain time, by a certain age. You pace yourself and you don't rush things, because in your 20s you are constantly rushing things. Everything you do you want to happen overnight, and that's completely different when you come to terms with it in your 30s. Nothing comes overnight. If you want something to work, if you want something to be successful, if you want to get somewhere, you have to pace yourself. You have to think more clearly. And that's where you get to the place you want to be. It's not about rushing things. It's not about things are going to happen overnight. That never works. That is where you'll fail. You know, if you're watching this and you're in your 20s, whether that be early 20s, late 20s, or even if you've turned 30 and you're watching this, I promise you, you're not too late. It's not the end because you've reached 30 and you feel like you've not accomplished anything. 30 is the beginning. 30 is the time to build. 30 is the time for change. Don't live your life ticking off a checklist of things that other people have told you you must do by a certain time. That's not a way to live your life. Trust yourself. Be yourself. Forget about impressing anyone. It's not too late for you. It's not too late to completely change your life. And as I said, this is something that's personal to me. I've been where some of you are. I've still experienced bad days now. And I'm not saying that, you know, once you turn 30, that's it. You're not going to have no bad days. Everything's going to go perfect. That's rubbish. You're going to have bad days. I have bad days. I had a bad day the other day. I filmed a video on here when I was having a few bad days just to open up. And yeah, don't think that you're no longer going to have bad days, because you are, and many people do. And as I said, this is very personal to me. I've been through this whole thing myself. I experienced all of this in my 20s, and I've failed many times, and I will fail many more times, because that's life. You know, I've not got many friends now, but after I posted the video the other day, I really did have a read through all the comments, and I was thinking to myself, like, a lot of the friends that I had around me weren't friends, you know. They weren't people that I could fully 100% trust and that I could tell anything to. Because when I think about it now, some of the friends I've had, especially in my 20s and stuff, I don't believe I could have told them much at all, and I don't think I could fully trust them. And maybe that was my own instincts setting in, but I was right. Let's just say there are a lot of people I couldn't trust that I believe I might have been able to, but yeah, I've been done over more times than you can think. I have been used more times than you can think. And as I said, it got to a point where, you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm sick of it. I'm being took for an idiot. People are just using me, and I'm not going to let it happen anymore. I'm not going to be treated this way by certain people. And yeah, the rest is history. But you know, I do have bad days where I think I've not got a lot of friends around me. I've not got many people I can honestly sit and talk to and open up to. But that's okay, because the people I do have around me are real ones. If I want to open up, I've decided I'm going to open up on here. I've got you guys that in the last video, as I said, are extremely supportive and amazing, so thank you for that. And that's what I'm going to do. If I need to speak on a certain subject, if I need to speak on a certain thing, I'm going to do it on here, on camera, and just let it out. I want these videos to be authentic, real, raw. Yeah, that's what I want, and that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you like that, because that's what I'm going to be doing from now on this channel. Anyway, drop me a comment if this video hits home for you. Let me know in the comments what part of turning 30 hit you the hardest, or what you're looking forward to in your 30s. And if you're new here and haven't watched any of my videos, welcome, I'm Tom. Consider subscribing. This is the type of content I'm going to be posting up. So I do hope that you enjoyed this, that you got something from this, and that you don't feel alone like I have in the past. That's what I want to achieve. So consider subscribing if you're new. And yeah, I'm going to get out of here, because the whole time I've been talking, it's been raining on me. And now I'm extremely wet. And yeah, it's been nice to have a little walk around here though. This is a nice little medieval graveyard. It's actually extremely old. This goes way, way back. I believe this is over 1,000 years old. So, crazy history. I will be doing a lot of more raw, uncut vlogs as well. Maybe go and take you exploring some of these amazing places, because I have some amazing places around where I live. But anyway, I'm waffling now, so I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye guys.